Okay, good morning all. Today we'll discuss about the designation of systems of bearings. Okay, here in the compass surveying, there are two types of compass instruments are using. Depending upon the which type of compass is using in the surveying, they have classified the systems of bearings. Okay, in that first one, that is whole circle bearing, that is WCB, or it is also called as a azimuthal systems. Okay, so this system is related to the prismatic compass. The whatever the compass is look like this one, that is north side 0, east side 90, south side 180, and west side it is 270. Again one rotation at the north side it is 360 degree also there. Similarly, second system, that is quadrantal bearing system. With a short form we can call it as a QB, or in the reduced bearing system it is also called as a reduced bearing system, that is RB. Okay, so in this system, the whatever the compass is there, it is related to the surveyor compass. So in the surveyor compass, the whatever the 0 degree in the with respect to north and south, and east and west side it is marked as a 90 degree. So in the surveyor compass, we have to take the reference from the north direction as well as a south direction, measure the bearings towards the east or towards the west side. But here the whatever the bearings are measured from the with the reference of the north direction in the clockwise direction. From the reference of the line north direction in the clockwise direction, you have to rotate your instrument. Will get the with respect to bearing weight. But here the reference direction is north and south. It is maybe it will be clockwise or anti-clockwise towards the west or east side. Okay, so this is about the systems of bearings. We will next discuss about the measurement of a whole circle bearing as well as a quadrantal bearings in the with respect to instrument. Okay, okay, this is our compass. So here we are dividing the four quadrants. Okay, this one is we are considering the first quadrant, and this one is second, this is third, and this one is fourth quadrant. Depending upon the line presented with respect to quadrant, the measurement of a whole circle bearing is like this. Okay, so first we are using there is a one line. Okay, in the line is present in the first quadrant, that is north direction to the in between the north and east. Okay, in that condition, this is whole circle bearing and prismatic compass. So the whatever the bearings are measured from the with respect to north direction only. Okay, so we are measuring here, it is like this. This one is considered as a, that is theta 1. Similarly, if there is a line present in the second quadrant, so in that condition the bearings is measured from the again north direction only with the reference of that one towards the with respect to line like this. This one is called as a, that is theta 2. Clear? Similarly, there is a line present in the third quadrant. Again also same, we have to measure the bearing from with the reference of the north like this towards the this line. This bearing is called as a, we are assuming that is theta 3. Okay, that is like this. Clear? Similar last line is present in the fourth quadrant. Again, the whatever the bearing is measured from the this north direction in the clockwise direction towards the with respect to line, like this. Okay, this bearing is assumed as a theta 4. So in this case, all the bearings are measured from the with the reference of the north in the rotation of a clockwise direction towards the with respect to line. Clear? Next we discuss about the quadrantal bearing system. So this is our quadrantal bearing. It is also called as a reduced bearing. In the short form, we can call it as a QB or RB. So again, this is our compass. In this case, we are using the surveyor compass. In the surveyor compass, the angles are marked like this. I told that the bearings in this condition we are measuring from the reference of a north and south direction, both directions. Maybe it will be clockwise or anti-clockwise, or towards the east or towards the west side. Okay, so again same, this is first quadrant, second, third one, and last fourth. Okay, suppose there is a first quadrant. Okay, in this case it is first quadrant. In the first quadrant you have to take the reference line, that is north direction. Okay, like this. Clear? So, and also the rating of this theta 1, we have to mention the with respect to direction, that is n theta 1 value east side. Okay, then you come to know that the whatever the theta 1 value is there, it is in the first quadrant. If you not mention, we don't know that whether it is quadrantal bearing system or whole circle bearing system. So that's why when you have to mentioning this system, you have to mention the with respect to north, sorry, with respect to directions, it is northeast or southeast, like that. Okay, similarly line is present in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant it is south to east, in between that one. In the second quadrant we are taking the reference line is south directions. Okay, from here to here we are measuring the bearing like this. Okay, here it is 0, here it is 90. So in anti-clockwise direction we are taking the readings here. So this theta is assuming as a theta 2. For rating of this theta 2, the whatever theta 2 is there, it is in between the south and east. So you can write as S theta 2 E. Similarly third one, it is present in the third quadrant. So in the third quadrant it is in between the south and east, sorry, south and west. So it is measured from the reference line from the south direction towards the this line or towards the west, that is like this. This bearing is assuming as a theta 3. The rating of the theta 3 value, that is south theta 3 west. So means it is south is the reference direction, the angle is measured towards the west side. Clear? So this is reference line, the angle is moving, or our instrument is moving like in the towards the west side. Then last fourth quadrant, here it is in between the north and west directions. In this case we are taking the reference direction is north direction. The angle measured, bearing is measured from the north towards the west side. that is like this. This is theta 4. We can write this one is n theta 4 s or n theta 4 w. So likewise, we are measuring the bearings with respect to whole circle bearing and quadrantal bearing systems. So after that one, next important is for converting the bearings from one system to the another system, that is whole circle bearing to the quadrantal bearing or quadrantal bearing to the whole circle bearings. Okay, this is very important of the solving of the problems. Okay, so just observe here, conversion of bearings from one system to the other. Start with the first one, that is conversion of whole circle bearing into the reduced bearing. So they will give the bearings in terms of whole circle bearing. So we have to convert into reduced bearing or quadrantal bearing. Okay, so this is our table. In the table, that is first one is line and second column is that is WCB between, means the angle between the degrees. Okay, then what is the formula for the converting the WCB into RP? That is formula here. Then you can mention here, that is quadrant. So this is our compass in the prismatic compass. So first line present in the first quadrant. This line is assumed as a AB. So here the whatever the WCB is there, it is in between the 0 degree to 90 degree. So we can write measuring the bearings from the north direction towards the east like this. So the whatever the bearing is there, this bearing is in between the 0 degree to 90 degree. Now what is the rule for the RB? Just we have discussed that measurement of a RB and WCB. If there is a line, it is in between the 0 degree to 90 degree, or the line is present in the first quadrant, the measurement of a reduced bearing and whole circle bearing both are same. So in the RB also we are taking the north direction reference line towards the east, and in the whole circle bearing also we are taking the north direction reference line towards the east. Okay, so in the first quadrant both are same measurement of a bearings in the both systems. So directly we can write WCB is equal to R. The whatever WCB value is there, directly you can write it as a R like this. So the present of the quadrant, that is north east. So you have to mention directions, north theta value, east side. Okay. Next, if the line is present in the second quadrant, in the WCB, how we are measuring, again with respect to north direction, in the clockwise direction, moving that with respect to line, that is like this. Okay, we are measuring the WCB like this from the north to the with respect to line. So the whatever the WCB value is there, it is in between the 90 degree to 180 degree value. Okay, so in that condition, if line is present in the second quadrant, the whatever the measurement of a reduced bearing from south direction to the east side. Okay, reference from the south to the east, that is like this. This is our arc. So how will calculate here? Very simple. From this here to here, it is how much it is? 180 degree. 180 degree minus of this WCB value. We will get this much of value. The whatever the value is there, this is our reduced bearing. Okay. So we can write RB is equal to 180 minus of 180. 180 degree minus of WC. Okay. Similarly, we can write quadrant, that is south east or second quadrant. Next, if there is a line present in the third quadrant, that line is AD. The whatever the angle of this line is measured from the north direction in clockwise direction towards this line in whole circle bearing. This is our whole circle. So the whatever the value of this whole circle bearing, it is in between the 180 degree to the 270 degree. Yes. So we can write WCB in between the 180 degree to the 270 degree. Now measurement of a RB in the third quadrant, how much it is? How it is? South direction, reference line from the south direction towards the line, that is like this. This is our RB. So now we have to find out this much of value. How will calculate? Very simple. This is our 180. So this is 180. This is more than 180 degree. That is WCB. Just we have mentioned the whatever WCB value will be in the third quadrant. It is 180 degree towards the 270 degree. So WCB minus of this much of angle, it is 180 degree. We will get the RB here. So we can write the formula. If line is present in the third quadrant, RB is equal to WCB minus 180 degree. So the quadrant of this line is south to west. Then last line is present in the fourth quadrant. Again, this line is AE. The whatever the measurement of a WCB, again from the north to the with respect to line. This is our WCB. The whatever WCB value is there, it is in between the 270 degree to 360 degree. In this quadrant, the measurement of a RB, it is measured from the north direction towards the west side. That is like this is our RB. So here we have to calculate the RB value, RB formula. So here directly we can take RB is equal to 360 degree minus of WCB value. So one rotation is 360 degree. So we are calculating this much of value here. So 360 degree minus of this much of value. We will get the remaining bearing is that is called as a reduced bearing. So here the quadrant name is north west or NW, that is fourth quadrant. Okay, this is about the conversion of WCB into the RB. The next we will discuss about the conversion of the RB to the whole circle bearing. Here they will give the bearings in terms of RB or reduced bearing you have to convert into whole circle bearing system. Okay, again here I am making the one table with respect to columns, that is line, RP value, what is the rule for the WCB conversion and WCB between value. So this is our compass. So as I told, this is AB, actually it is, this is 90 degree and this one is 0 degree and 0 degree. This is AB line. So in the first quadrant, both the measurement of a RB and WCB is same. So you can write RB like this, that is N theta 1 E. So the rule for the WCB is equal to RB is equal to WCB. So directly you can write WCB is equal to RB or RB is equal to WCB. So you have to remember converting the WCB to RB or RB to WCB. In the first quadrant, both are same. The whatever the angle theta 1 is there, it is in between the 0 degree to 90 degree. So here I am mentioning the 0 degree to 90 degree value. Similarly, second, this is second quadrant. The line is present, that is AE, AC. So in the second quadrant, the measurement of a reduced bearing from the north-south direction towards the east. Okay, the theta 2 is represented as a RB. You can write it is like this, that is south theta 2 east, that is S theta 2 E. So here we have to calculate the WCB. Okay, this one. So WCB is equal to, we have to calculate this much of angle or bearing. So total 180 degree minus of this much of bearing, will get the this much of bearing value. So that's why we can write WCB is equal to 180 degree minus of reduced bearings. The angle is in between the 90 degree to 180 degree. Similarly, third quadrant, this is our line AD. In the third quadrant, the reduced bearing from the south direction to the west direction, that is south theta 3 W. Here the WC is measured from the north direction to the respective value or line. So here theta 3 is very small, WCB is very bigger value. So whatever the theta 3 value is there, you have to add this much of angle. This is 180 degree. So we'll get the adding up the theta 3 with respect to 180 degree, we'll get the WCB value. So you can write formula, that is WCB is equal to 180 degree plus RB value. We'll get the whole circle bearing system. So the whatever the value is, it is in between the 180 degree to 270 degree. Then last, the line is present in the fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, the quadrantal bearing system is measured from the north direction towards the east. Okay, that is theta 4. We can represent this theta 4 like this. It is N theta 4 west. Okay, this is actually it is N. So this is our whole circle bearing. We know the theta 4. We have to calculate the WCB. WCB is equal to 360 degree minus of RB or theta 4. We'll get the WCB value. The formula is WCB is equal to 360 degree minus of RB value. So the whatever the WCB value is there, it is in between the 270 degree to 360 degree. Okay. So practice these all things. We have to solve the sum problem. I will solve the one problem on this one for converting the WCB to RB or RB to WCB. Then one more important definitions of forebearing and backbearing. Okay, in the compass surveying we are using the forebearing and backbearing definitions. Okay, what is the forebearing? The forebearing and backbearing we can express in terms of WCB or quadrantal bearing systems according to the depending upon the observation made from the one end to the another end. Okay. So forebearing and backbearing is depending upon the observing the bearings from one end to the another end. Okay, you can express this forebearing and backbearing in terms of WCB or quadrantal bearing, any systems. So first we discuss about the what is the meaning of forebearing. If the bearing of a line AB, the bearing of a line AB is measured from A towards the B. A towards B is known as forward bearing or forward bearing. So A towards the B means what? Your instrument is on the station of A, then your ranging rod on the B station. From A point to you are bisecting the B point, then you are reading the bearing in the compass instrument. That bearing is called as a forward bearing. In short form, you can call it as a FB. That is like this. This is our compass. Our instrument is at a station of A. Then there is a one line that is point B. Here they are measuring the bearing like this from A towards the B point. This bearing is called as a forward bearing. Okay. So also it is called as a bearings measured in the progress of the survey work. That is first station to second station to third station, like this. Okay, this is called as a forward bearing. Similarly, we discuss about the meaning of back bearing. It is also bearing of a line AB, but it is measured from B towards the A station. It is known as backward bearing or back bearing. Okay, that is like this. Now here our compass is on the station of B. From B point to you are bisecting the A point. This bearing is called as our back bearing. Clear? So again, if it is line is continuation. So next there is a C point is there. If you are bisecting that C point on the station of B, instrument is on the station of B. The bearing of measurement of this line is like this. This is called as a forward bearing. If your instrument is C station, you are bisecting the B station. That bearing is called as a back bearing. For calculating the back, if instead of measurement of a back bearing, you can directly calculate the back bearing by using one small formula. That is, back bearing is equal to forward bearing plus or minus 180. Okay. If you know the forward bearing of the AB line, you can easily calculate the what is the back bearing of the this AB line. So back bearing is equal to 4 bearing plus or minus 180. So just observe here why it is 180 degree. This is our line, AB line. If it is AB line is extended like this, the angle of this one, this angle or this bearing and this bearing both are same, both are same. Okay, so the remaining added angle, this much of angle added here, this is how much it is. It is 180 degree. Okay, this is 180 degree plus this 4 bearing value will get the back bearing of the AB line. Okay, so that's why we are adding the 180. But here you are mentioning that plus or minus sign convention. Use the plus sign if 4 bearing is lesser than 180 degree. Okay, if your 4 bearing is lesser than 180 degree, you have to use the plus sign. If the 4 bearing is more than 180 degree, okay, you have to use the negative sign. You must remember, if the 4 bearing value is less than 180 degree, you have to use the plus sign while calculating the back bearing. Similarly, if 4 bearing is greater than the 180 degree, so in that condition, for calculation of back bearing, you have to use the negative sign.